Hi everyone, it's Taylor. Welcome back to my channel. I'm an American expat living in Malaysia and I like to share my life and travels with you. Well, today I'm back at the park, and if it's Wednesday and I'm in Malaysia, let's talk about food. I'm going to tell you what a set lunch is and also how to get some good ones. Sound good? Stay tuned. So when I got to Malaysia, and I kept seeing all this set lunch, what's a set lunch? Well, it's really simple. It's basically a lunch special, and it's usually a set, like a main course and a drink, a soup, main course and drink, main course and dessert, something like that. Just something to get people in there at a lower price than they normally charge. So it's a great thing, and you need to look for it. One place I really like to go, it's called the Brew House. Now they have several locations in the KL area, so there's probably one near you. But anyway, they have a super value lunch. Not quite a set lunch, or they don't call it a set lunch, but it is a super value lunch, and it really is good value. For the great price of 9 ringgit 80 cents, you can get a pork burger, aglio olio, chicken drumsticks, or Japanese fried chicken with rice. For 12 ringgit 80 cents, another good deal, you can get a chicken chop, cheese baked rice with pork, duck carbonara, or fish noodle soup. Well, you know, Taylor's not gonna have the fish noodle soup, that's for sure. And for 14.80, it gets a little nicer. Grilled pork chop, Japanese chicken, prawn curry with rice, or mac and cheese with chicken chop. That sounds good to me. I must not have noticed that when I ate there. Now for those prices, it's not a set. It doesn't come with anything. So your drink is extra or anything else. But it's still an exceptional value. And it packs the people in, especially in their downtown location. This time I had a chicken drumstick, and my friend had the chicken chop. So you can see those here. But it's a good, casual, inexpensive place to go for lunch. Check it out, Brew House. Now I'm going to talk about a couple in my building. Now, Village Grocer is a grocery store, but they also have a small cafe, and it has like raw oysters and things like that. Of course, I wouldn't be interested in that. But they do have a set lunch, I've noticed, and I think it's something new there. For 15.90, you can get curry mee, chicken rice, or chicken porridge. And that's not a bad deal, and it comes with a drink. But it's a weird drink, I think. One is a barley drink. I've never tried a barley drink. Have you? Let me know in the comments. The other drink of choice is syrup limau. I don't know what that is. It was kind of fruity, but bitter at the same time. Anyway, I think they could up their game with the drinks. But it's easy to go to. It's right downstairs in my building, so that's really good. You can see here my chicken rice that I got one day, and I also got some fried wontons on the side. I think they're like about 6 ringgit more. So they're nice too. Shrimp inside, really good. The next place is in my building too, Siam Thai restaurant. Now I'd gone there several times when they first opened because it was nice to have a Thai restaurant in the building. But it was a little bit pricey. But then I noticed they started this set lunch. And I thought, well, I'm gonna check that out, and that way you can taste more of their variety and see if you wanna come back in the evening for the more expensive version of it, or just stay with the set lunch price. For 15 ringgit 90 cents, you can get pad thai, fried rice, or fish and ginger. No fish and ginger for Taylor. For 19.90, you can get basil beef, or green curry beef, or pad thai prawn. Now, I tried the pad thai prawn once, which you can see here, and it was okay, but not really that great. I thought it was a little fishy, to be honest. But the other dishes have been good. For 25.90, you can get some crab dish, or deep fried prawn, or the smoked duck curry. Now, I've had that a couple times, and it's delicious. Now here, the set lunch comes with spring rolls, tom yum soup, and a drink, plus your main course. So it's a really good value. And here's a couple pictures again of some of the food I had there. You can see all the courses. Next, I'm going to take you back to a familiar place, Brussels Beer Cafe. Boy, does it seem like I go there a lot. Well, it's probably because it's just across the street. And the food's pretty good. Now, they have a very big set lunch menu. It changes every week, so you don't know what you're going to get when you go there. But for some of the examples of what they have, for $15.90, seafood pasta or chicken parmesan. For $19.90, you can get a lamb chop with chimichurri sauce. I tried that. It wasn't bad. The lamb was a little thin and chewy, though. There's an ant on me. Now, this all comes with a soup of the day, which is either usually mushroom or some kind of squash soup or pumpkin soup, and a drink. And one thing nice about here, you can actually get a soft drink, a Coca-Cola if you want. Usually they just offer you tea. So that's a good thing. That's why I go there so often. But it doesn't seem to be a big draw at lunch. Oh, I got that ant off of my glasses. Last time I was here, I got ants on me, as I recall. The next one's La Bodega. Now, I've taken you there before. It's one of my favorite places for pizza. But I heard recently that they had a set lunch, so I went to check it out. When I sat down at the table, they gave me all their menus. There's like 3 different menus. And I'm looking through them, and I didn't see anything about a set lunch. So they had one of those things you can flip through on the table. And I decided to look at that. And there it was. But it wasn't obvious. Now, I've had this problem before. When I used to get a set lunch at Healy Max in Penang, they have a lovely set lunch. But every time I went there, they just gave me the regular menu, and I had to ask specifically for the set lunch menu. So keep that in mind. Always remember to ask if they have a set lunch, because they really rather push the more expensive things, I think. That makes sense, though. So anyway, it's a little more expensive at La Bodega, but not bad. For 28 ringgit, they have a chicken chop with spaghetti, also beef stew with mashed potatoes. For 26, they have fish and chips. And for 24, they have eggplant parmesan, which they were out of, unfortunately, so I got the first one. And those all come with a drink and a really nice dessert. Now, it looks like creme brulee, but that's not what they called it. Tasted sort of like creme brulee, but not quite. But it was delicious nonetheless. And it's sort of unusual to get a dessert. But that'll probably get me to come here again. Because when I just go there to get pizza, it's like at least 50 ringgit, if not more. The next place I've taken you before, too, it's called Raft. Or R-A-F-T. And it's really good. And they now have a 3 or 4 course set lunch. A soup and salad, a main, a brownie or cake, and a drink. You can get any 3 of those courses for 29 or add 8 ringgit more to get the 4th course. I think I had the 4 courses. But they have things like pesto pasta, pasta primavera, 3 different choices of small pizzas. You can also get an eggplant sandwich or a ham and cheese sandwich. Now, I got the ham and cheese, so I got the soup, and it was a delicious roasted tomato soup. Yummy. And the sandwich was excellent, too. Could have used a little bit more ham on it than it had. And then I got the brownie for dessert, and it was the moistest brownie I've ever had. Really good. You can see what I had here, and then my friend had the pizza. It looks excellent, too. I'm going to go back there. And also, they're starting to have evening service, too. This is something new for them, and I think I'll check it out because I really enjoy their food. It'll be interesting to see what they do in the evening. Here, I have the menu here. Okay, now I'm going to take you to Kenny Hill's Bakers. It's a famous place in Kuala Lumpur. It started in Kenny Hills, which is like the ritziest neighborhood in town, and I've been to the original one, and it was actually better than the others, I think. I've been to 2 or 3 of them, 3, but they're way more expensive. It's 50 ringgit, and that only comes with the main course and a drink. You can get a smoked duck sandwich, a salt beef Reuben sandwich, aglio olio, duck carbonara, which I've had before, and it was excellent, red pesto pasta or chicken thigh, and sea bass. Save my least favorite for last. And with that, you can have coffee or tea. Nothing fancy. Now, I have to say, this was probably one of the best carbonaras I have ever had in my life. So maybe it's worth 50 ringgit for that and a drink. But I don't know. I had something happen there, and I think I've mentioned it before on my channel. But people at the next table had water with their meal. Just a glass of plain water. And the waiter came by, and the guy asked for another glass of water, and he said, "I'm sorry, sir, only the first glass is free." It was like 6 ringgit for the second glass. I think that's ridiculous, and it really turned me off. But I've still been back there since. like I said, I went to the one in Kenny Hills, and it was wonderful. Just a beautiful restaurant. So I hope you enjoyed some of those selections I had today. I'm actually going to talk about one more, which is one I haven't been to yet, and it's a super expensive set lunch, but I'm really thinking about doing it sometime. I'll have to find somebody to go with me though. My goodness, I don't want to sit there and eat this fancy food alone. But the place is called Skillet, and I just stumbled across it when I was looking up set lunch menus, and I thought, oh, what's this? It looks wonderful, and it's actually Michelin rated, or Michelin mentioned in the Michelin Guide. I'm not sure how that works. No stars, I don't think, but still a really nice restaurant. Let me go over the set lunch menu with you, and you can see what I mean. This is their spring 2024 set lunch menu. It starts out with dried longan bread and truffles. Next course is asparagus, firefly squid, cucumber, Szechuan chili, truffles with poached egg, caramelized whey, and duck prosciutto. You can add on caviar to that for an additional 60 ringgit. The main course, you can get tiger prawn with angel hair pasta, spring chicken with palm puree, stuffed morel, and broccolini, or the Japanese Wagyu strip loin for an additional 200 ringgit. And for dessert, they have a selection of artisan cheeses for an additional 30 ringgit, or strawberry rhubarb pink peppercorns. Oh, that's hard to say, and it sounds different, and I'm not sure I would like it, but it's probably good. So you can get the 3 courses for 168 ringgit, or you can get 4 courses for 198 ringgit. I'd probably just get the 3. It should be enough for me. They also offer a wine pairing. So honestly, this could end up to be 500 or 600 ringgit for each person if you add all the add-ons to it. And I wouldn't do that, but I do want to check it out sometime. And when I do, I'll report back to you on it. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you got something out of it. I know everyone likes to hear about food in Malaysia, and this is mostly Western food, but still, it's what's available, and I thought you'd like to know. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe, and check the notification bell too so you won't miss any of my new videos. And also, don't forget, buy me a coffee if you can to show your support for my channel. I appreciate it so much. But that's all I have for today, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back next week. Talk to you later. Bye.